Good morning. Hello. How's your day? Oh man, I wish this could really be like a face-to-face conversation. Hi, I'm Kelly, if you didn't already know, and I'm back to being vibrant. I want to be. Wait, did I have anything in my teeth? I was eating blueberries. I really wanted to get back to being vulnerable and vibrant and viral with you all, because that's where I feel like my truth lies, is in sharing the absolutely most horrible part about my life. Maybe not the absolute most horrible, but it is in like the top 3. And of course, because this series is the Confronting Your Fears series, I've been working on confronting this fear of starting this video and making it happen, just hitting the button and saying, let's go, like, let's actually talk about our fears, because I'm even scared to talk about them. I'm even scared to look at me. I'm like, oh, clutching my body. I'm like trying to hide from them, but it's not helpful. It's never helpful to just let your fears turn you into a turtle that just like sucks into the shell. It's like that Pokemon move, withdrawal, you know? Goo, 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 goo. Like, I'm putting my defenses up. And I need to let that go. I'm letting it go. Release. That's not my meditation voice. Don't worry about that. So, welcome to The Wind Blowing Things Around, starring Kelly. Welcome to the Confronting Your Fears series. We're going to be confronting our fears. We're going to be talking about why it's good to confront our fears. We're going to be talking about the kinds of ways that we can establish a relationship with our fears, and we're going to basically just like get deep, get down and dirty. If you like having aha moments, stick around, because there are about to be some fucking, oh shit, those moments, those like, I knew this, but I didn't know, wow. So, welcome to the party. I wanted to start with my story of how I began confronting my fears, and it was basically when I was put in a position of authority and leadership, and I started acting in all of the ways that has always pushed people away, and it has always been my least favorite way of being treated, but because it was a part of me that I had built as a protection, it was hard. I was in my shell. It was really hard for me to want to get out of it, because the comfort of doing what you always do and the comfort of doing what you know is sometimes way better than the uncomfortable growth that you experience when you actually decide, this isn't where I want to be. I think if I go through this and I experience the growing pains, I'm going to be up higher, I'm going to be at a different level, and my level of comfort is going to just expand completely, because there will be fewer things to make me uncomfortable. That's what growth does. Growth gives you the ability to recognize what makes you uncomfortable and how to get past it, and how to get over it. Like, literally, if you're thinking about like a kid going through growth pains because they're just like getting taller and they're shooting up, you know, I wonder if plants go through growth pains. they don't experience pain, so they couldn't go through growth pains. Okay, glad I figured that one out. And it was really uncomfortable. I would basically hide. That was one of my one of my conflict styles was avoiding. And I would just avoid things until I realized the more that I avoid it, the worse it gets. And that was my turning point where I was like, I need to start facing what I'm afraid to face, which is, why am I like this? How did we get here? And what do I do about it? How do I be better? How do I find that better place? So I'm gonna share more about that in another video, because I think finding out where your dark places lie, where your shadows are, is so helpful in knowing where the sun is hitting you. You know, like if you're being hit in a different direction, your shadow's gonna be in a different angle, and sometimes you might be able to see it. Sometimes you might be getting hit in a spot where you can see your shadow and you're like, ah, I'm aware. Or you just gotta turn and look at it. I don't know if this analogy makes sense, but if you are unwilling to move, and you know the sun hits you in the same place every day, and you're unwilling to change your perspective, and you like not seeing your shadow, you know, cool. Like, good for you that you have found a comfortable place, that you know where you want to be. However, that's not the best place. Sometimes, in order to get the full view, you have to turn around. You have to change your perspective. You have to be the one who lifts up your foot and says, where do I go now? And moves. You just have to be the one to move. And that's what Confronting Your Fears is about. That's what this series is going to be about, is taking little baby steps, picking up our feet, going one at a time, and taking small baby steps to turn and face our shadows. Turn and face the strange changes. That's what we're gonna do. So I hope you join me on this journey. It's a journey because it never ends. There's no destination. It's always just the next step. It's always just the next place that you're at, and they're always beautiful. Whenever you're on a journey, it's always an adventure, right? So let's go. Let's do this. I love you, and it's time for you to face your fears.